Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel, and this is same series of .NET MAUI Blazor hybrid app. Okay, and so far we have cover that add functionality, delete functionality, but in this session we'll implement that view functionality. Okay, so let's get start to demo. So let's me see this is a window application. Okay, and once I click that view, I am able to see view, and also once I click the Android in the view, so I am able to see same view with the same reusable component for using over here as well. And for the web application also, once I click the view, so same view I'm able to see over here. Okay, there's a no specific environment code, just the one reusable component we have created, so we can achieve this all the platforms. Okay, so the same things we have to just you can just go back to our main list, go back to our main list, go back to our main list. Okay, same thing I can do anywhere, like any of the blocks. Like for example, this see, I can see that this is a Mayu one, and when I try to something else like Angular, okay, or just for this one, okay, user interface Angular, and in the C sharp for this one for the C sharp. Okay, so see, different same component we can use this different environment. Okay, so let's get start to implementation. So before proceeding implementation, I'm especially recommend to you. Okay, so if you first time visit in my channel, so you have to go to my channel and watch my previous session in this series, so that you can understand and digest like how we have actually achieved all the stuff in this series. Okay, so see, this is a .NET Maui Blazor hybrid, so you can check out this videos or this all the session. Actually, if you go to playlist, so you will get that playlist as well. Okay, there is a many playlist, so you can check out. Okay, so let's get started. So let me open same example. Okay, let me open the Visual Studio. Okay, just taking same example. Okay, so this is that one, my hybrid app. Okay, so far we have taken this example. So let me open this one and start to implementation on this same series, same repository. Or if you don't have this code, so I'll just mention this repository in my video description. You can check out and you get this code. Okay, okay, so far what we have add component, card component, confirmation component, and create update block component. Okay, so what need to do, we have to create another component that is called actually view component. Okay, so that need to create it. Okay, so let me create the component name as a block details. Okay, because that is a block showing as a block detail. So block details. Okay, just add. Okay, now what need to do, we have to just just pass some HTML. Okay, so that we can just render. So for example, see, this is a actually that component. Okay, so this component, what we have a card. Okay, single card which have contained the image, and also which contain the title and the some description. Okay, and also that back button. So this style we have to implement over here. This is very straightforward. HTML you can get from there as well, like in a bootstrap. Okay, so let me get from there. Okay, so see, this is simple HTML, straightforward HTML. So we have div, and we have to set as a container, and inside the div we have actually another div, just is showing as a row, and inside the row we have to set some columns. Okay, this column and column, actually we set this 8, and then after that it is a card. inside that card we have that those image and this body. Okay, and in this body, in this card, body have a, in this card has a, that image. So this is a image style, and this is a body, and in this body actually there is a uh, three things we are showing, right? So name, author name, also description. Okay, this is very simple. Don't worry about that. We'll show you how we can fix these issues, because this just pass as an input from the child parent component to child component. So we'll implement that one also here. Okay, so let me fix that one first. Like first what need to do, I have to create one parameter, okay, as an input parameter, so that I can get those data from the parent component to child component. Okay, so parameter, okay, we have to set attribute. Okay, let me name it parameter. Okay, and create a one property. Okay, the name is view. Let me check whatever we created in here, same view model will take it over here. Okay, so in previous session we actually created one view model. Okay, so see this block view model. Okay, let me pass it to over here, and just for here I actually required some namespace for this model. Okay, and just we have to create that edit block. Okay, let me pass it to edit block. Okay, or also you can just pass it to the naming convention, follow the naming convention. So because if you create the property, so it should be not a camel case, it should be Pascal case. Okay, so let me refresh everything from here. Okay, okay, there is some property mismatch, so we have to fix that one. Like we have author, no, don't be, we don't have an author, so we can just remove this one, this field. Okay, just demonstration perspective, like whatever you have a model property you can just bind over here. Okay, it's just a concept like how we can achieve that. Okay, it is a image URL, so pass it to image URL, and the description and name, that's fine. Okay, as of now we have, if you go to this model, so see we have just image URL, name and description, right? So those things we have to pass only. Okay, so this is done. Whatever input will get the parent component, so we can get it over here and we can set it over here. Okay, this is one thing we have done. Now another thing is, I need to that back button, right? So there's a another thing is a back button, so we have to create that callback event, so that we can invoke over here this event, and we can get the event from the parent component. Okay, so let me copy that code as well for the style actually. So this is same style. Okay, so this is the same whatever style, like see this is a back button. Okay, or also just mention like okay, the block details basic, and also this button. Okay, the two things over here, like one is the text field and one is the click button. Okay, so this is a click button, and in this click button we have to create a callback function over here. Okay, so how we can do that, I already created and already explained in my previous session, so you can watch and understand and how we can do it. But again I'll explain, like simply what I need to do, I need to create a parameter. Okay, and this parameter, what I need to do, I need to create a property, and this property actually for event callback. Okay, and just mention a name like back to blog blog clicked. Okay, whatever name you just mention, just yeah, you can just mention it. Okay, this is simple, you have to set, and then now you have to invoke. Like how we can invoke, it is very simple. Like just create a private 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 and then void because there's a no return type, and just pass it to whatever method you have to call. Just call to this method back to block list. Okay, there's a no parameter we have to passing. Just what need to do, we have to invoke this event. Okay, it is very simple. Invoke async, that's it. There is a no parameter, so we have not passed anything. Okay, that's it. Okay, so this is done. Callback function also we have created, and we just remove this extra things. Okay, so this is also done. This is done. One last thing is pending. This component, it should visible and hide based on this flag. Okay, that's property also we have to create it over here. Okay, call it to like name is a visible. Okay, so prop boolean property, and that's call is a visible. Okay, visible, so that this visible flag, based on this visible flag. Okay, one more thing we have to specify here is this parameter, so that parent component can send the value from the child component. Okay, this is the attribute actually we have to mention, and then it is allow, actually it is ability to this component to call the parent component to send the data. Okay, so let me just put them then that condition. Okay, it's very simple, like if thread if the visible flag is true, then it will show, otherwise it will not show. Okay, this is very simple concept. This is very simple approach, but yeah, we can do many approach to do that, like component hide and show. Okay, so as of now this is fine. Okay, so let me call this component to our parent component. So how we can do that? So where is our parent component? Say this is our shared component, and this is our parent component. Here, see, I everything, there's a many component I called. Okay, so like add component and card component, everything. Okay, so now I need to call that component like block details. Okay, and in this block details, actually see, there is a three uh, three field we have to pass over here, like first up just click event. Okay, so this will implement just a bit. Okay, and also we have to pass whatever that model we have to pass. Okay, whatever model actually we have to just once they click, get the data, and those data we have to set over here. Okay, then one last things we have to set the visible property. Okay, so that's it, don't worry about that. It is complaining some error, but we'll fix it. Okay, so one by one we fix. First, what I will fix, first I will fix for this input parameter. Okay, so whatever data we have on the click event, we'll pass it to over here. So where is our uh, that edit button click? So that edit button click we have in this card component. Okay, so see, we have, if you go to the shared card component. Okay, so let me open that shared component. See, there's a view click, there's edit click, and there's delete conversion click. Okay, so this click will get the id, and based on this id we'll have to get the data from the service, and those service we have to bind in our view model, and we have to pass to our that component. Okay, so this is a concept. Okay, so let me implement that view click first. Okay, so let me call is a view blog. Okay, let me call is a view blog. Okay, let me implement this method for and the last. Okay, now here we'll implement that method. Okay, Okay, so how we can do that? It is very simple. Again, just create a private method. Okay, just void, because we are not returning anything. Okay, and just mention that method, whatever we method, just to mention in our, in this our, card component. Okay, that is a called a view block view. And this, see, this view block method, see, this is we are event callback. We have just pass input parameter as a, no, we have pass as a, one parameter, like integer parameter. Okay, so those parameter we have to mention over here, like integer id. Okay, and those id, based on this id I can get a service. Okay, so where is our service? Our service has a, we have a service called is this block service. Okay, which are returning the data. Okay, it's have the method of get block, get by id. Okay, and mention the id. Okay, whatever id we will get. Okay, and what is the return type? It is the return type is a block. Okay, so see, once I store where is a blog. Okay, so this is an entity, actually this is an entity model. Okay, but we have to pass an our component as a view model. Okay, so we have to just convert over here. So what I need to do, I need to just convert these things. For example, here, like we have that view, this is a list model. Yeah, see, this is a create model. Okay, so we can use same model, because this, see, this model we have to pass over here, right? So see, this model we have to pass like a block view model. Okay, so we can use same things. Okay, so once you call this service, okay, so once you inject a service and then call this method, it will returning actually the blocks. Okay, based on this id. Okay, so whatever id you passing, you will get that entity of the entity model. Okay, but what I need to do, I need to convert to view model. Okay, because our component, okay, this component actually expect the block view model. Okay, so that's why what I need to do, I need to convert this to here. Like, see, we have already a one example. Okay, not this one, like already we have to, while trying to save, not save, actually we have done similar things in here. uh, just let me get that example. Okay, so if I go to edit blog, okay, so see, we did similar kind of things over here. So let me copy over here, just we paste it over here. Okay, same things we have to done over here, just converting, this is just converting things. Okay, we have convert. Okay, and now what need to do, this need to call, this need to, call over here. Okay, like with the at the rate, because we have to pass a model, so we have to pass the at the rate. Okay, so this is done. Okay, and now what I need to do, I need to create a click event. Okay, so that click event actually, that go back to over here. Okay, so that I need to create over here another method. So let me call that method. Okay, so let me call, or we have already have a method like cancel. Yes, we have a cancel method. So same method we can call over here. Okay, or you can just create another one, but yeah, ideally we have to just cancel, so that we can just cancel and go back to over here. Okay, so let me call this one. And then last things we have pending, the visible. Okay, so we have create one more property over here, like private bool, and show uh, blog detail. Okay, so let me set is false. Okay, and this we have to pass over here as a input. Okay, so that is done, error has gone. Okay, so this cancel, I need to verify one more time, like cancel it, just reset everything. Okay, and then finally load the blocks and then show the cards. Yeah, that's fine. So that is done. And then finally what I need to do, Okay, there's a some mismatch the property, so we can just set it to whatever the property we can exact match that blog dot. Okay, it's complaining just because actually I just call a service, but it is a async method, so we have to set as the await async. Okay, that's why it's waiting for result actually. So let me description, then image, everything is fine. Okay, and finally what I need to do after this view call, so see, I get the block, I just convert it to it and then just pass to component, and now I need to do just no reset the all, you know those all whatever the previous no, no component is visible, so we have to reset all the component. Okay, so that only show our visible component. Okay, so what I need to do, whatever I add new property, just add in our reset method. Okay, so here is our reset method, so whatever property I just reset first. Okay, so this is reset, and then this have to call in your edit call. Okay, so one is then, and then finally what need to do, I need to show that reset property, whatever that component visible and height. So this show details one I have to show over here. Okay, so let me show that method. Okay, so that is done. Okay, these things we have to do that only. Okay, so don't worry about that, we'll recap again. So let me run first, or let's see the whatever I expected behavior that is we have achieved or not. Okay, so let me run in a debug mode. It's running. Okay, now I just first I am checking in the web application. Okay, so there's a view button, just click view. Okay, that's fine, component is loaded. Okay, also there's a back button, if I click, so yeah, back button also working fine, one I click. Okay, so yeah, that is absolutely our expected behavior, it's working. Okay, so we have to check similar kind of things for all the environment. Okay, so let me just stop again because I just run in this debug mode. So if I one more things actually, if you want to open all the environment in together, so what you need to do, you can just open application in without debugging mode. Okay, so for example, see, this is our web application project, Blazor web assembly project. So right click on that, go to debug and start with without debugging. Okay, so that all the application will open, okay, parallelly, means together. Okay, so first I just need to close whatever old demonstration application, just need to close first. Okay, and this is a new one. Okay, so yeah, everything is gone. So now this is our new one. So yeah, let me check, yeah, it is working fine. So let me open again, let me open then desktop application first. Okay, so how we can do that, see, whatever project you have selected, so it will select over here, and then you just click on this button. Okay, let me zoom in for you. Okay, so set your environment, so this is a window machine, and then this is a button, it is asking to start without debugging. Okay, so let me open without debugging. Okay, so this is opening. Okay, and let me check, yes, it is working as a window as well. Okay, let me open the last one, so is a Android. Okay, and it is also have option like start without debugging, so let me open that one also. Okay, so we have two, and third one we just trying to open. Okay, let me stretch to small so that I can just fit. Okay, now that also opening actually. So see, now all the environment is running in my machine. Okay, so this is window, this is Android. and this is web application. Okay, so let me check everything's together. Okay, first I am checking in window, so yeah, it's working fine. Let me check another one, like Maui one. Yes, it is also working fine in the Android. And let me check in web application. Now it's also working. Let me check in the back button. Yeah, it's working perfectly. It's working perfect. It's working perfect. Okay, so let me recap what we have done. Okay, so that you can just understand. Okay, and okay, so first we have just created, the block details, component. Okay, it's have just as a style at the back button. Okay, and we have just a style, card style, so that we can just populate and show the data of that particular block. Okay, so that is done. Also, this click event, we have to create a callback event, so that we can invoke over here and we can get that event from the parent component. Okay, so this is just a definition of that. Okay, and also we have to require some input from that parent component. So this is one input for model, view model input, and also the visibility flag. Okay, so these two things we have to set over here. Okay, and then go to the parent component. Okay, in this parent component, what we have done, we have to just set our our component call over here, our usual component call in the parent component, and it's just whatever callback method we have to call over here, and we create a method over here. Okay, and also this is an input parameter, and this is also input parameter flag. Okay, and this one also we have already created over here. Okay, we have to just to assign the data over here, but in the show block we have just created. Okay, by default it's false. And if you go to the implementation of that, you know that uh, that on click can on the on the view click. Okay, so yeah, one more thing we have just added in this parent component, actually the card component in the child. So we have already invoked in the card component. Okay, so on the view click we can get the data. Okay, whatever the data passing over their card component, so that data, that id, we can implement over here. Okay, so that id we can get, we call the service, and we just binding the service, which convert to entity to view model, and just reset and to our component. That's it. Okay, so thank you, have a nice day, and please don't forget to subscribe.